Welcome everybody live to the Brevard Sports Network as tonight for both teams the road to a state championship begins, and for one team that road ends here at Kelly Stadium here on the campus of Holy Trinity. I'm Jackson Robb. Alongside me tonight is my broadcast partner Coach Bobby Norton, and behind the camera is Caleb Brown, and we have the 3-seeded Bishop Moore Hornets coming over from Orlando to face the number 6-seeded Holy Trinity Tigers in round 1 of the boys lacrosse state tournament. This one should be a good one. This is the second matchup between these two teams this season. In the first matchup, Bishop Moore defeated Holy Trinity 11-2, and Holy Trinity looking to flip the script tonight to keep their season alive and move on to the next round of the regional state tournament.
Also captains for Bishop Moore, number 12, Mikey Scalzo.
As Holy Trinity comes in to tonight with a 14-4 record and a recent win in a 4th straight district championship over Cocoa Beach. Bishop Moore is 16-4 on the season with a district runner-up title to Lake Highland Prep, and that is why Bishop Moore is the traveling team here even with the higher seed. We'll be back in just a moment as we go through the national anthem. As the national anthem wraps up, we get ready to go. And, Coach, from here on out, every game is for your season. You got to win 5 in a row to go on and win a state championship. And for both these teams, that journey starts here. And, you know, the magnitude of these games just get bigger and bigger. But these teams have the benefit of facing one another this season. What are you expecting tonight to see out of Holy Trinity?
With Holy Trinity, they like to run against the district that they play. Unfortunately, they didn't play many games out of district, many big games. So they're going to have to slow the pace down, because if they try to run, I think Bishop Moore is going to run right away from them. Yep. They're going to have to establish an offense and try to keep possession as much as they can and keep the ball on their side of the field. They don't want to. I'm pretty sure everybody from the midfield to attack has started a playoff game before. I don't think one of their polls, unless Griffin Brunger is going to start a close poll. I think he usually starts at LSM. I don't think one of their deep polls has played in a playoff game. So you don't want an experienced team like Bishop Moore. They are young, but they've got a great program that year after year after year is in the playoffs. And, you know, I think these two teams played actually 2 years ago right here on this field in this round. So, you know, they're used to one another. It should be an interesting game.
Absolutely, and two guys most definitely familiar with Brevard County and Holy Trinity are two of Bishop Moore's newest players this season, which are former Cocoa Beach standouts Tommy Demeter and Austin Flores. And those two guys, again, familiar names because they were here last year. And for Demeter, he was the county's leading scorer last season as an 8th grader. And both those players have now moved along to play for Bishop Moore. Again, these two teams have met once this season. Final score 11-2 in favor of the Hornets. Something to note there, that was during a stretch of the season when Holy Trinity was dealing with a lot of injuries. So don't let that score dissuade you here. This one definitely has potential to be close. I believe in that game, Holy Trinity was without Michael Howkins. And we'll see here how much of an impact he makes. Speaking of Howkins, senior leader here for Holy Trinity, Fifth in the state with 61 goals this season, second in Brevard County, and his 93 points, which including assists, is third overall in the state of Florida. So Howkins, not just county good, he's state good when you break him down stat-wise, and he's going to be a key for Holy Trinity tonight to get him going offensively. He had a big game, a player of the game in their win over Cocoa Beach in the district championship last week. So getting, the offense rolling through Howkins is going to be a key tonight for Holy Trinity, no doubt.
Yeah, I also think that in the face-off circle, Landon Dawson's going to have to prove his worth here. I believe he's a junior. I'm not looking at my sheet, but I believe he is a junior. It's his first year as a starter, the face-off guy. He's going to have to, I'd say, be around 60% in order for Holy Trinity to compete in this game. If he's losing face-offs, it's going to be a lot harder because it's going to put them on their heels.
Yeah, Landon Dawson is going to be a big deal considering Bishop Moore's starting face-off guy is out for this matchup. So Dawson has won 54% of his face-offs this season. Pretty solid, one of the better numbers in the county. But again, as you said, he's going to have to control it tonight. If Holy Trinity can score goals and get possession back, or when Bishop Moore scores, they can start with possession. That's huge in games like this, and that can be a difference maker. Another difference maker in big games like this are the goalkeepers, and both these teams have very solid keepers. For Bishop Moore, it's junior Austin Gonzalez, and for Holy Trinity, it is senior Justin Cole, who, as Coach Eric Marr remarked last week after their district championship win, he's been with this team since he was a 7th grader, and Cole has made 191 saves this season and has a 63% save percentage. So, Cole's another anchor of this team, and he's the anchor of, as you mentioned, a young and playoff-wise inexperienced defense.
Yeah, Justin Coles, he has been in a lot of big games himself. I think he's been starting on varsity, not just JV, since he was a 7th grader. Very competitive kid, very athletic kid. It's just, it's hard. He played from 7th grade. All those defenders were in 8th grade, so when they graduated last year, he brought in a whole new crop of defenders that he has never played with. So adjusting to that in a big game like this may be difficult. Side note, the one bright spot for Holy Trinity, I think if you look at the common matchups, they both lost to Vieira. Or actually, I'm sorry. Bishop Moore beat Vieira 11-6. Holy Trinity lost Vieira 16-15. However, they both played St. Ed's, and Bishop Moore lost that game 11-9. And Holy Trinity beat St. Ed's 11-9. So I think that if they can do what they did in that game, and I did speak to a few Bishop Moore parents, I know that St. Ed's dropped into his own in the second half, and it really just confused Bishop Moore because they're not used to seeing that. Most lacrosse teams play man, especially in these big stakes games.
Big face-off, and we are underway in the boys lacrosse state tournament. As the face-off, no one wins it immediately. It'll go to the ground, and it'll be picked up and won by Holy Trinity. Julian Warden, but a great stick from behind, and now picked up by Bishop Moore. Long pole Luke Donald from the LSM wing. And now going on offense will be Bishop Moore. Teddy Kakris will take it from behind, and Bishop Moore will start on offense now. They'll play it up top now with the man just checked in the game, Luca Perini. And Perini has help from behind with Mikey Scalzo. He'll move it back down to GLE, again to Kakris. Kakris has a short stick, Julian Warden on him, and is going to want to attack that matchup. But Bishop Moore will move around to the top. Holy Trinity playing very tight defensively, not playing out on the hands right now. Looking like they are in a loose zone. Down from GLE, it's going to be a quick cut. Kakris looks for a feed, cross, bounce, pass, shot. Bounces over the goal, and Justin Cole.
That's blocked by Justin Cole.
I thought he was closer, but possession will stay with Bishop Moore. Teddy Kakris backs it up for the Hornets. Beating Cole in a foot race to the ball there. Kakris brings it in again from behind GLE. We'll move it over. Scalzo all the way up top now is Luca Perini. He'll move it back to the outside. That is Ryan Parker, who will roll over the top. Dylan Jensen is at the point for Holy Trinity's defense. As Bishop Moore continues to just move the ball around here, back behind Dylan Hanley. The ball will move all the way back up top to Ryan Parker. Parker going to take his time here. Again, Holy Trinity is going to play tight. They're not going to play out here defensively, contrary to what they played against Cocoa Beach. So they have schemed for Bishop Moore's offense. Not going to follow anyone to X here. Pass outside. Open shot.
Nice
Saved
save
by Cole. On the try there from the outside by Luca Perini.
Oh, I think Cole won that, but they gave it to Bishop Moore.
It'll be Holy Trinity's ball.
Oh, he mispointed. Okay,
Yeah.
He was pointing one way.
As Cole does back it up that time. Great heads-up play. Cole with the save and the possession change as Holy Trinity will go on offense for the first time. Nate Combs will bring it up and look to tap it into the box. Bishop Moore going to play defense right up top. Combs taps it in, rolls back up top. They'll go into yellow. As you can see, Warden was still on the one of the defensive three that stayed back, so he'll come off the field. They'll sub on a traditional D-pole. Now they'll look to get Warden onto the field on offense, as they will now, and Warden will bring it in from the box, take a long dodge on the short stick. Warden goes with a swim dodge. He gets held up. Warden down the alley with right in front of the goal. Bounce out, shot, goal. Holy Trinity strikes first, and that is Matt Boyukis, assisted by Warden, and the goal by Boyukis. And Holy Trinity wastes no time getting started, and they take the lead 1-0 over Bishop Moore.
And that's what they're going to have to do. Julian Warden is the most athletic kid probably on the field, but definitely on Holy Trinity. And if he can get his dodges off to the left and the right and find his attack men open by the poles, then they're going to score some goals. Yeah, he has to create for them, though.
Warden got pressed up top and backdoor. Great cut, great finish, and a bounce shot by Boyukis gets through. Holy Trinity starts out 1-0. We'd like to thank our primary sponsor of the night, Nicole Demeter from Remax Solutions. We'll tell you more about her and her business in a little bit at our first break in the action. We head back to face off. The first one wasn't dominated by anyone. It was a loose ball initially picked up by Holy Trinity. This one going early was Ashton Sloan for Bishop Moore. So Holy Trinity will go right back on offense. That pass dropped by Combs. He'll pick it back up and slow things down. He has Werder off to the side. He passes it to Finn Werder, back up top to Combs. Now down low, Warden crow steps, passes back to the top, dropped again by Combs. He'll pick it up, brings the pole out to him. Werder moves it back behind to Boyukis. Boyukis moves to Andrew Turner. Turner has a long pole back at X. Now he'll move it back across behind GLE. Boyukis all the way up top will reset. Warden has a short stick again with Sloan. Warden runs past him right in front. Howkins cranks a low shot, saved by the keeper, backed up by Holy Trinity.
Michael Howkins, nice
As
save.
Austin
Number 11,
Gonzalez takes it off the foot, out of bounds, backed up by Holy Trinity. The Tigers will retain possession. Nice shot by Howkins. The first time we've seen him with the ball. Saved well by the keeper. Ball up top with Finn Werder. Werder on the outside to Combs. Combs will pass behind to Turner. Combs on the outside now to Werder up top. He'll move back and forth with Warden. Werder down low, back to the point is Finn Werder. Short stick matchups are up top with Werder and Warden. Combs passes back to Finn Werder. Werder moves over to Warden. Warden will send it down the alley again. He'll get double teamed, runs through the double team. Warden will move behind to X now. He'll keep moving with some space. Warden looking for a shot opportunity. He'll roll back with the left hand. Now the long pole draws Julian Warden. He'll pass back up top, and Howkins has a short stick. He realizes it, gets up into a dodge. Down the right side, cranks a shot, saved by Austin Gonzalez. On the outside look by Howkins.
That's a nice save.
Absolutely, and Howkins going to ride hard here on Sloan. Sloan gets by. Got to get past midfield. Howkins, nice trail check, pops it free. Picked up by Holy Trinity. On a fast break, Turner, 3-on-2 rush. And Turner's going to get in the box and slow it down there. Didn't like the look he had. Also, I think Holy Trinity trying to slow down the tempo as they do have the lead with 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Werder will pass it outside to Julian Warden. Warden back up top to Finn Werder. Now to Andrew Turner up top in a midfield position. Now over to Werder. Werder has the long pole up top. Turner with a short. So does Julian Warden, who currently holds the ball. He will take it down the alley. And once again, the double team will come. Backdoor pass, wide open shot, goal. Holy Trinity, second assist by Warden. And another great finish in a similar way by Nate Combs. And it's 2-0 Holy Trinity with 7:16 to go in the first quarter. Took them 2 minutes that time to get one through.
This game is going exactly the way it needs to for Holy Trinity to win. I mean, they're shortening the game, meaning they're keeping possession so long. They're waiting for their chances. They're not taking shots that they shouldn't. They're not taking on forced shots. They're waiting for an opportunity. And on offense, when they drop back into that zone, on defense, Bishop Moore, it's hard for them to dodge against that zone when you just sit back and cram 6 guys into the box like that.
Absolutely, and for Holy Trinity, or for Bishop Moore rather, defensively they're going to have to make an adjustment because the short sticks are getting some rough matchups, and then when the double team comes, well, Holy Trinity's learned how to beat it quickly, so we'll see if Bishop Moore changes things up or if they try and keep it rolling the way they are. Heading to face off for Bishop Moore, a familiar face, Tommy Demeter will go up against Landon Dawson for Holy Trinity. Ball on the ground, kicked up ahead. Demeter nearly had it. He gets hit hard by Dylan Jensen off the wing. Jensen had it for a moment, and it'll be picked up by Julian Warden. Warden takes some wrap checks, still has the ball. Getting beat up by the entire midfield line by Bishop Moore. Warden still going. And Warden will take it all the way in himself.
Wow.
Warden straight on GLE. Shot, he gets leveled by Demeter. Or Demeter. It goes off the back line. Yeah, that'll be a push called there on Bishop Moore. I was waiting to see if they called it. They will on that one. I believe there's a broken stick down there in the crease. Warden was trying to, toe tap the crease line there, but that's a heads-up play by Demeter, and one you'll take if you're Bishop Moore, because if there's anyone that close to the goal, you got to knock him right on his rear end there to make sure that, because 9 times out of 10, that's going to be a goal if you let him in front.
It was actually, they didn't even get a penalty for it. They just got possession, so.
Yeah. Turner up top, pass over to Finn Werder. Werder down low to Boyukis. Boyukis moves it behind to Michael Howkins. He'll move it outside to Combs. They'll reset up top with Turner. Holy Trinity emphasizing the ball movement here early. Passing it around again. Werder will get it started. Down to Boyukis once again. Boyukis will roll back up top to Werder. Now to Turner. Turner moves it to Howkins. Howkins has a short stick. And he won't attack it yet. Turner moves it to Werder. Werder back to Turner. Turner back looking for Howkins. He'll roll the other way to Werder. Boyukis resets up top now to Howkins. Howkins now wants to dodge down the alley with the left. He gets pressed by another short stick. Howkins still likes the matchup. Ooh. Takes a high check. Howkins inside. Bounce shot wide left. And that's something as a long pole, you got to call that out, because switching a short stick with another short stick on Michael Howkins is not a recipe for success. Luckily, that shot goes wide left. Combs will bring it in from behind. Boyukis now up top to Werder. Turner will pass it to the outside. Howkins will move it to Combs. Howkins still has a short stick, and he's trying to get that matchup from X. Turner will move it now to Werder. Now over to Combs. Combs back up top to Andrew Turner. Turner will move it to Werder as Bishop Moore shifted those long poles up to the middies now. Great stick there by Bishop Moore. It'll stay Holy Trinity ball, but a good play getting in the way by Walker Michelle. Back up top now. Nate Combs. Combs.
Whoa.
A lot of contact. Whistle stay down. Flag stay in the pocket. We play on as the ball goes back down to GLE. Boyukis.
Someone's got to create without Julian out there.
No doubt. Turner moves it now to Combs. Combs dodges on the short stick. The double team comes with another short stick. Combs getting absolutely bullied there by the two short sticks. Good defense by Bishop Moore. Now back up top. Turner looking to dodge. He'll sweep over the top. Now Turner typically plays down at GLE or behind, playing a lot of midi here. Now the long pole behind with Howkins. Howkins, quick roll. Looking for an angle here. Can't get through. Great defense right now by Bishop Moore. Backside, Howkins gets through. Ball is deflected. And now down right in front of the goal. Bishop Moore needs to get this out. That one's going to roll just right of the goal. And a lucky break there for Bishop Moore as Gonzalez came out and that ball was nearly kicked in. But the clear too far out in front, still picked up by Bishop Moore. He's going to get triple teamed, going to the ground. And that is a great timeout by Coach Matt Casey right before the turnover ensued.
27, Colin Kennefick for the Hornets.
As Colin Kennefick had it. And now that we have a timeout with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter, I'd like to thank our primary sponsor tonight, Nicole Demeter from Remax Solutions. BSN would like to thank Nicole of Remax Solutions for sponsoring tonight's match. Nicole is your trusted real estate expert with over a decade of experience. Whether you're looking to buy or sell on the Space Coast or now in the Orlando market, Nicole's expertise and dedication have got you covered. With a proven track record of excellence, Nicole Demeter is your go-to agent for all of your real estate needs. Don't miss out on the opportunity to work with the best in the business. Contact Nicole Demeter of Remax Solutions today at 321-427-5724 and let her help you score the game winner and find the home of your dreams. And as you mentioned, Bobby, this one going pretty much perfect so far for Holy Trinity, but Bishop Moore's defense got real tight there on that last possession. Really didn't give him much to work with. And, now the biggest thing for Bishop Moore has got to be figuring out how to beat the defense and get some points on the board.
Well, yeah, sports is such a game out of confidence. That could be false confidence because they did they were able to junk up the lane, but without Julian Warden on the field and without a Dodger on the field, it's hard for Holy Trinity's offense to create. Someone like Nate Combs, who's a freshman, has got to step up. Last year against Benjamin in the regional semifinals, Julian was out with a concussion, and Nate Combs stepped up. I think he had like 5 assists and 3 goals as an 8th grader. I mean, he's going to have to step up because Michael Howkins is just not big and strong enough to roll through the middle of the defense like that. You saw that they double-teamed him, and he just got thrown to the ground. It's hard to get a good shot off. But without Julian creating the shots, it's going to be very hard. So hopefully he's back on the field here. I know he got smashed into the goal, so hopefully he's not hurt and he's back out there.
Yeah, absolutely, and that'll be a key thing to watch, and we'll see if we get Julian Warden back on the field for the Tigers. For now, out of the timeout, it is Bishop Moore ball, trailing 2-0 here with 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Up top with possession will be Ryan Parker for the Hornets. Out of the timeout, Parker will run it up. That'll leave Bishop Moore with 1 more timeout to go in the first half. Still got 4 minutes to go in the first quarter. Ball will go back behind here. Warden is back in the game, and he is going to play at X now, so Holy Trinity playing a little bit out of the zone, but still the core of their defense in a bunch in the middle. Kakris moves it back behind again to Perini. Perini pass to the outside to Demeter. Demeter rolls over the top. Steps down, passes back out to the outside. Now back up top to Demeter. Demeter to the outside. Stepping down, looking to shoot. Forced back out by Chris Moore. And that's the beauty of the zone. When they look like they're going to shoot, then you can pop out and stop them. Pass to the other side. Kakris looking for that pass on GLE. Not open. Low shot. Top of the box. I think that caught the post. On the look by Dylan Hanley.
Shot by number 8, Dylan Hanley, saved by Justin Cole.
Great hustle by Justin Cole, but maybe preserve that one. He's going to need his energy tonight.
Yeah, I think he's chased every end line ball so far.
Yeah.
I don't know if that one went off of Cole, off the post, or both, but either way, it doesn't go in. And it'll be Bishop Moore's ball still. Back from behind. Warden trails. Now back up top again to Hanley. Hanley passes to Kakris. Kakris back to Hanley. Hanley will get pressed by Dylan Jensen. Back to the outside, back up top. Now Holy Trinity diagnosing who wants to shoot from the outside, being Dylan Hanley. And they're going to play him outside. Back door, shot. Goes across the goal mouth there, doesn't get on goal. Backed up by Bishop Moore, Luca Perini.
Shot by number 10, Ryan Parker, saved by.
Shot by Ryan Parker. Perini brings it into Kakris. Kakris up top to Hanley. Hanley to the outside, again to Ryan Parker. Parker back to the outside to Demeter. Demeter back to Parker up top. Parker to Kakris. Now back behind is Perini. Now to the top, Parker looking to step down. Dylan Jensen deters him. Back up top again to Parker. Parker moves to Demeter on the wing. He'll roll back up to the top. Demeter with Parker screening. Doesn't get the shot he wanted. Outside again is Hanley. Back up top to Demeter. Now will move to Kakris. Kakris rolls over the top. Back to the outside. Dropped by Parker. And Holy Trinity's zone defense just waiting for Bishop Moore to make the mistake. There they do, and it'll be a turnover. And it'll be Holy Trinity's ball. Bringing in will be Cooper Cohen. 1:48 to go in the first quarter. Holy Trinity ball. Justin Cole walking it up for the Tigers now, waiting for some pressure. Cole's going to take off. He's over midfield. Justin Cole, it's into the box. Justin Cole cranks a shot.
What happened?
We had a whistle early, and it's offsides by Holy Trinity, so someone did not get back for Cole, and it'll be Bishop Moore's ball.
Shot that into the goal.
Cole still not in goal yet. Kakris getting pressed by Warden. Cole settles in. Avoids potential disaster there. And now Holy Trinity's got to set up on defense as players subbing for both teams here. Off the offsides by the Tigers. Back to the outside is Kakris. Now up top is Ryan Parker for the Hornets. Now to Liam Smith. Smith will move back to Parker. 1 minute to go here in the first quarter. Ball to the outside to Demeter. No rush here for Bishop Moore. Kakris on the outside. Played out by Cole McNabb. They'll move it back behind. Pump fake from X. Now to the outside, Demeter. Moving it up. Back to Demeter. Down low. Shot. Goal. Bishop Moore. And who else to start things off for the Hornets? Tommy Demeter gets it started for Bishop Moore with 38 seconds to go in the first quarter. Off a nice assist as he squeezed it between two Holy Trinity defenders and right past Cole for the first goal of the night for Bishop Moore. Makes the score 2-1 with 38.7.
That hurts for Holy Trinity because they had a possession. They earned a turnover off playing the defense and a pass out of bounds. Justin Cole, I know he's excited, but you got to try to pass that ball off. When you're coming up as a goalie, 4 guys have to stay back because the goalie's not back. So it's kind of if they're not used to it, the defenders, the middies aren't, they're not dropping, and that's a turnover that didn't need to happen. He could have just passed that ball off. You hate to see that happen.
Quick face-off win by Holy Trinity. Landon Dawson gets it, and they got 30 seconds here to try and get a shot. Dawson gets it into the box, passes back up top to Combs. Combs will roll one over to Finn Werder. 23 seconds to go. Werder looking for help when Warden comes in. Warden has it. 18 seconds. He has a long pole this time. Warden down the alley. Julian Warden getting through here. He's going to roll back behind from X. Julian Warden going all the way through. 7 seconds. Warden all the way around. Shot no good. Backed up by Holy Trinity. They'll have 4 seconds. The Warden goes around the world. Can't get a good shot. Inside. Quick feed. Turner was there. It's dropped. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter as Holy Trinity had an opportunity off the restart. Can't get the clean look. And at the end of the first quarter, the 6th-seeded Holy Trinity Tigers lead Bishop Moore at home 2-1 on a nice start with goals by Boyukis and Combs. And for Bishop Moore, goal by Tommy Demeter.
And that was a great quarter for Holy Trinity, but I hate to say it's disappointing, but you're up 2-0. It really could have been 3 or 4-0, and now it's 2-1. And when you give up a goal under a minute to play after playing a really great quarter, especially defensively, that's hard. It's like when you watch an NFL game or something, and the underdog is winning, but they're not doing the things they should do. They're kicking a field goal instead of getting a touchdown. When you don't capitalize on the opportunities you have early in a game as an underdog, it's very, very hard to win because Bishop Moore is going to grind them down. They're very dangerous. That was a freshman that just shot that ball and scored. They've got all 6 guys can shoot and score like that. They can all pass. They can all dodge. You have to take advantage of the opportunities you have.
Yeah, absolutely, and that goal by Demeter, Holy Trinity, the thing about the zone is it's all good playing tight, not giving up the dodges, but when you see a player look like they want to shoot or step down, no matter what, you got to go out and play them somehow, some way, get in the way, because at that point, you're in the way of Cole's vision, and that shot goes through for Demeter. It's a good shot, gets it bottom right on Holy Trinity's defense. So through a quarter, the Tigers jumped out to the lead. But, Bishop Moore is starting to get some back defensively and offensively as they look to take the lead here in the second quarter.
And it's definitely the right strategy for Holy Trinity because Bishop Moore, I know against that St. Ed's game, they thought, I'm sure that they felt that they were going to win the game based on common opponents and based on how they've been playing all year. And they dropped into a zone, and it was something that Bishop Moore could not adjust to the entire game. But they did still score 9 goals in that game. So Holy Trinity is going to have to put up 10 or more points to want to win this game. So they got to start to score. I think the zone is, like I said, the right decision, but you're going to give up goals. That's going to happen. You have to capitalize on opportunities you have, though. Yeah,
absolutely. For Holy Trinity, led by 8th-year head coach Eric Marr with an 88-28 record overall. For Holy Trinity this year, they outscore their opponents 254 to 110 with a plus 144 goal differential. If you look at Bishop Moore, they are 16-4 this season. District runner-ups led by head coach Matt Casey.
He's not shooting rockets, he's shooting sports, right there.
The goals in the first quarter makes it Nate Combs number 29th of the season. And for Boyukis, he's been injured a lot of the year, so he's below 20 goals this season, but still big to see him come back for Holy Trinity and get their first goal of the playoff game. As we head back to face-off to start the second quarter, 2-1 Holy Trinity at the lead. Dawson going up against a long pole is Nate Calvert, and it's a tie up there. Calvert looking to body his way through. It is won by Bishop Moore. It's won by their other long pole in there, Luke Donald. As Bishop Moore playing the size game there with the face-off win. And they'll go quick on offense. Mikey Scalzo passes to the outside to Austin Flores. Scalzo and Flores up top. Scalzo with the left. He'll move it down low to GLE. Back behind is Kakris. Kakris gets through on the inside. Pass in front. Shot low. Wow. And luckily off the mark there, as the open shot was taken by Colin Kenefick right in front of Justin Cole on the doorstep as he was on his knees. Pulls it wide left. Kakris will restart it here for Bishop Moore. Back to Dylan Hanley. Hanley getting pushed out hard by Cole McNabb. McNabb, their most
Number 9, Cole McNabb.
experienced long pole out there, the senior. Ball to the outside, looking to dodge on the short stick, rolling over the top with space. Shot taken in stride by Nate Combs. And now flying up the field for Holy Trinity is Cooper Cohen. Cohen, quick pass to Howkins. The official here saying that Howkins was not in the box when he caught it, so they still need to advance here. And Combs will get it in now for Holy Trinity. Backdoor shot. There was Boyukis was open. A little behind and dropped there. Gonzalez will pass it up the middle of the field. Dangerous clear. Gets it up ahead. It's hauled in by Donald. Donald into the middle of the field. Pass dropped initially. Picked up from behind by Austin Flores. Flores passes it in to Luca Perini. Perini moves it back to Flores. Back to the outside now is Ryan Parker. Parker down low to GLE with Kakris. Kakris passing behind to X, where Hanley will feed back to the top to Perini. Flores with it up top. Two short stick up top are Combs and Warden. And they're going to roll over the top. Perini pass backside is open. Cranks a shot behind. And that is going to be backed up by Bishop Moore.
Shot by number 2.
As Kennefic is about a step ahead of Nate Combs, if that. Or not Nate Combs, Justin Cole. Resuming play will be Colin Kennefic for Bishop Moore. Back up top now to Perini. Long possession here for Bishop Moore, looking to wear down the Holy Trinity defense. Backdoor again, shot high. Backed up by Dylan Hanley. That is the thing you see with the zone here is Holy Trinity is not going to have anyone besides the goalie close to these end line shots. So,
yeah, I know that too well. Bishop Moore is having trouble getting comfortable. You can see, I don't know, I think they have one on-target shot, which is the goal. I'm not sure that Justin's had a save. Aside from that, everything has been wide.
Yeah,
that's just that they're uncomfortable. These kids, they know how to shoot.
I think they've had 3 shots on goal tonight so far. One saved by Cole, one off the post. Getting past Jensen, here comes Bishop Moore. Backside pass was deflected, I believe. No, it was not. That's a turnover for Bishop Moore. And again, Holy Trinity doing well with these longer possessions, not giving them open looks and waiting for Bishop Moore to make the mistake. Pass up the middle of the field, Julian Warden.
Oh, here we go.
Warden turning on the Jets, up the middle, pass back to Turner. And he wanted an open look backside, but Bishop Moore had already dropped in to break the fast break. Warder up top is Combs. Combs back to Warder. Warder passes over to Combs. Combs back to Finn Warder. Warder with the short stick. He's going to dodge down the alley. Warder moves back with the left. Back across to Warden. Warden to Turner. Turner back to Warden. Now it's Warder. Warder rolls down the alley. And again comes the double team back up top to Warden. Warden tests the waters with a step down. He'll get forced back outside. Now to Warder. Back door to Boyukis. Boyukis to Warder. Combs looking to dodge. Backside is open. Cutting over. Warden shot. Goal. Holy Trinity. The assist by Nate Combs and the goal by Julian Warden. His 32nd of the season. And that was a great executed play. And Warden wraps right around the crease and buries it past Gonzalez for the goal. And Holy Trinity jumps back ahead by 2. They lead it 3-1 with 7:56 to go in the second quarter.
And let's watch the faceoff here because last time they brought it's bigger middies Bishop Moore because they haven't been able to win the faceoffs. They've been able to just kind of spit them out and win the fights for the faceoffs outside of it. So they've been adjusting. I think they've had how many different guys take faceoffs? 3 today already.
Yeah.
If that. So if Holy Trinity can get possession of this ball and score another goal, momentum really starts to look in their favor. So I know Bishop Moore's trying to stop that here.
2 of the 3 guys on the faceoff here are long poles. That means 1 short stick is down on close defense. Something to note. Ball kicked up ahead by Bishop Moore. Picked up by Nate Combs. Combs double team. Swims through.
God.
Sends a man to the ground. Quadruple teamed. Flag down here on the late play by Bishop Moore. And we have the first flag of the night.
Timeout, Tigers.
And Holy Trinity will go man up. And that flag came after a nice timeout by Coach Eric Marr. And with that, 7:45 to go in the second quarter. It's 3-1, and Holy Trinity will go man up out of the timeout. I'd like to thank our second sponsor of the night, Liftoff Lacrosse. And while we thank Nicole for sponsoring in an effort to continue to grow the sport of lacrosse, we'd also like to tell you about Liftoff Lacrosse. Liftoff Lacrosse was established in 2023 and is the inspiration of Jordan Moss, who has a vision of bringing Brevard County lacrosse to new heights by helping to continue to build from the bottom up. Jordan wants to provide one-on-one coaching of the important ground-level skills and knowledge of the sport to compete at a high level against other established county and state teams. Jordan is driven to provide this opportunity to help players learn these vital skills at a much earlier age. And he made Liftoff Lacrosse to do just this. Speaking of camps, they are 2 camps coming up this summer for boys and girls, rising freshmen through rising high school seniors. The first camps are 4-day. The 4-day annual camps begin this summer, June 27th through 30th for the boys, July 25th through 28th for the girls. These are for rising 9th through rising 12th graders. And they'll also have a U12 camp in August. You can email them for early bird registration, special discount. All their information is in the bottom banner, seen on the bottom of your screen. I'd like to thank Liftoff Lacrosse for sponsoring the Brevard Sports Network. This is going to be a big opportunity for Holy Trinity here. The first time we've seen either team go man up or man down, and for the Tigers, a massive opportunity to go up by 3 goals here.
Yeah, Holy Trinity is doing a good job on offense too this game, being patient and waiting for their spots to take advantage of that. So hopefully they could do that here. Like I said, I think that if they get the ball to Julian Warden, usually good things happen. I think he has 2 assists and a goal tonight already out of the 3 goals they have. So,
yeah, those backdoor shots and razor cuts are plays that Holy Trinity is running well on 6-on-6, but those can be even more lethal against man down. So if Holy Trinity can continue to run their offense at a high level, well, this should be an opportunity for a goal.
Dead ball foul, Tiger ball.
Into the box for Bishop Moore is a long pole, Luke Donald. They will still have 4 poles and 1 short stick, 5-on-4. Shot from top, Warden sails it off the field goal crossbar, and Warden catches it back. Now, it won't start from up top, but nice little play there, and it'll be brought in from behind by Howkins. As they'll move it to the outside, Werder up top to Turner to start the offense in the same way. Back to the left side now to Finn Werder. Werder back behind to Howkins. Howkins facilitates to Boyukis. Now back up top. Turner to the outside. They'll swing it around again. As you can see, Bishop Moore playing a tighter man-down defense. That one shot taken by Hayes Dewitt.
Shot by Hawkins, saved by Gonzalez.
On a shot by Combs. Pass right in front, wide open shot, goal, Combs. Off the restart, assist by Howkins. Second goal of the game for Nate Combs, and he was wide open right in front of the goal. That is the worst place to leave someone open. And it's 4-1 Holy Trinity with 7 minutes to go in the second quarter.
I know they're man down, but like you said, that's not the spot to leave a guy open. It's obviously they just a collapse by the defense there.
I was trying to figure out what defense Bishop Moore was running. It was a variation of the typical box and one, but a lot more movement there. And, well, off the restart, someone missed their assignment or missed their zone because, well, Combs was just sitting on the doorstep and bounces it through for the goal. So with that, 4-1, Holy Trinity takes a 3-goal lead. Now they will be back evened up as that will clear the penalty with the goal. Quick face-off win by the long pole that time. Nate Calvert gets it. Bishop Moore will head back on offense after a long stint on defense. That has seen 2 goals in a row scored by Holy Trinity.
That's our sponsor yelling like that, by the way.
Ball on the outside, cutting through once again. An issue we saw Holy Trinity falter with a few times against Cocoa Beach, playing defense far outside. That time doesn't hurt them. Bounce pass to the ground. Picked up by Perini, swung to the outside. And now down low to GLE. Moore is going to play on the hands here once again. Far out, slipping through around the crease. Oh. Inside shot, saved by Cole. And he was in the crease. Teddy Kakris is in the crease anyway.
I was going to say, if he wasn't in the crease, you got to tighten that up. He can't get through there. But if he's in the crease, then obviously that's not allowed.
Crease violation.
And Warden will walk it up now for Holy Trinity. He'll take a tough wrap check. He's going to get double team, triple team, towing the sideline, and Warden will be out of bounds. But we got a timeout by Coach Eric Marr before that happened, so they're now out of timeouts for the half with 6:10 to go. And I like the effort by Warden there, but that close to the sideline, it's one you got to find an option upfield and avoid having to cost you a timeout or a turnover there. But you get the timeout off, and you'll be able to set up on offense now for the Tigers.
Yeah, you never like to be out of timeouts with 6 minutes to go in a half, but you also got to use them. A lot of times I say that during a game, and then I end the game with 2 timeouts in my pocket. So it's better to use them than lose them, I guess.
Yep, and there for Holy Trinity, they're the beneficiary of the crease violation, but I saw it there for the first time. Something I noted to myself when doing research for this game. With the way Holy Trinity plays defense, they've done great with the zone. They've stayed tight, but now they gave up that goal to Bishop Moore. We're seeing him chase a little bit farther and farther out, creep farther and farther out, and we nearly saw Cackers get the best of Moore there and getting through. Luckily, he didn't have enough space to get around on the crease, but that's something you can't do. You can't overplay defensively. He wasn't outside the box there, but that's one that you just need to slough in a little. You can still play man-to-man, but you don't need to play him that far out of the box because he didn't have anyone backing him up. He didn't have a hot slide. So when Cackers slid through and got past and beat him, if that was a better angle for him, that would have been a one-on-none shot. So, for Holy Trinity, you can't play defense that far out most times, and if you do, you got to have someone ready to slide if you get beat.
Yeah, they need to, and I'm sure Coach Moore and Coach Cole will reel them in at halftime. They need to understand that, yes, they scored. They're going to score. No one came in here thinking there's going to be a shutout either way. So, but you need to stay disciplined and stay with your game plan because if they start to jump out on them, Bishop Moore has the athletes that they're going to make them pay for it.
Off the timeout by the Tigers, Julian Warden will get the restart. Pass it all the way across to Combs. Nate Combs with it. He has the short stick matchup with Luke Alvarez, short stick D-Mitty. Werder has a short stick as well. He'll try and take it down the alley. Double team looked, didn't follow through. Warden outside to Combs now. Combs up top left. Now for Holy Trinity, obviously a heck of a long way to go in this game, but for the Tigers, you don't really need to rush. You can kind of play a tempo game here. Combs with a good drive, but a great lift check there. Textbook play by Luke Alvarez to force the ball out. Combs picks it back up, drops 15 yards out of the box. Now Werder will get it back to Combs. Combs now to Warden. Down low to Howkins. Howkins has a short stick again here, and he wants to take him to X. Instead, he's just going to cut through. Bounce shot goal, Michael Howkins.
That's just lazy there, but they can't.
Yeah, Alvarez played him a little bit too far off, and I'll tell you what I think happened there defensively. I think Alvarez was trying to switch if Howkins went to X, but he wasn't sprinting to X. He was starting to creep down, and then when he started fading off, nobody picked up Howkins, the most lethal shooter on Holy Trinity, and he just cuts through, takes a nice bounce shot for his first goal of the night, and it's 5-1 just like that. 3 goals in a row for Holy Trinity.
With a goal scorer as lethal as Michael Hawkins and a playmaker as lethal as him, you can't just, you got to make sure that the other people are there before you can just phase off of him like that because he waited and saw him move, and then he just took advantage of the lane.
Yeah, I think for Howkins probably went through his mind is, well, they're giving me this opportunity. Not going to think twice, and he steps right through. No slide came, and Howkins buries a goal and stays on his feet throughout as we got a loose ball here off the face-off. No team immediately wins it. Still free.
Oh.
Good hit there by Holy Trinity. Another one on a get-back play by Smith. And they're going to call the push, I believe, on Holy Trinity, so it's going to be Bishop Moore ball.
Now, Landon Dawson's going to do a good job with faceoffs, but the middies, he's not getting any support there. They can't win the possession.
And again, you see Moore playing all the way out to the edge of the box. Kacker's going to cut right around the crease again. Same play, rolls back to the left. Pass right in front was open. It's dropped by Kennefic. Bishop Moore gets it back right in front. Kennefic again. He gets ran over by McNabb. Ball off the crossbar.
I think that might have gone in, honestly. It looked like you hit it in the top inside the crossbar.
That was an interesting call to not warrant a flag. Normally when they call that sort of a push, they're going to call that a put Holy Trinity man down, but it's a delayed whistle that just gives possession to Bishop Moore. Hornets playing outside with Scalzo. That check by McNabb saved a goal most likely there. Shot bounces off the mark. Backed up again by Bishop Moore as Mikey Scalzo takes a shot.
Mikey Scalzo.
Once again chased by Justin Cole for Holy Trinity, the only one that's really able to get back there in time to put up any sort of a fight. Scalzo outside, played far by the short stick, playing him pretty far out here. Scalzo gets over the top on him. Scalzo bounces out to the outside. Hanley, step down shot off the stick of Cole for the goal. And Bishop Moore, Dylan Hanley gets one to go. And with 4 minutes to go in the second quarter, it's 5-2, and Hanley got way too much space there. I don't care top of the box, but he had enough time to step down. Nobody stepped up on him, and that was just a heater of a shot that goes off of Cole's stick and still goes through.
Yeah, Cole, I mean, it looked like he made the save, honestly. It leaked out. It was shot so hard and with so much spin on it, it just rolled right out of his stick right into the goal.
That's one even in his zone. The second you see him start stepping down, creeping down, someone's got to come out, put a body on him, put a stick on him. They just watched him step down, and all that's doing is letting him build up power, speed, and whatever shot he wants to take.
In a zone like that, I like to play very physical, where they think if they're going to take a step-down shot, they're going to get hit. You'll take a few penalties for it, but they'll stop shooting too.
High check there. Combs gets through. Stick is broken by Liam Smith, and Combs gets it into the box as Bishop Moore breaks the scoring run by Holy Trinity with the goal there. Tigers lead by 3 with under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Finn Werder with the ball up near midfield. Werder pass over to Julian Warden. Warden has a short stick, as does Finn Werder. Werder will take it down the alley. Pass right in front. Combs looks before he catches. Ball goes to the ground. It's still free. Still out. 4-on-3 ground ball in favor of Holy Trinity. Now it's kicked out. Howkins goes for body, as does Werder. And they get the push there on Holy Trinity. This ground ball is getting physical. Good roll dodge there by Ashton Sloan. He'll get down the sideline. Sloan will tap it in for Bishop Moore, as the Hornets would love to get another goal on the board here to cut into the lead. Kenefick back down low to Hanley. Hanley back behind to Kakris. Kakris, good dodge, gets past Moore. Kakris with a step shot, wraps around, and again,
they got to stop with that pressure.
Moore nearly gets beat backside again.
He can't score from back there, so there's no need for you to go back and press him like that.
Parker moves it up top to Perini. Perini's going to creep down behind, has a short stick matchup. And Cooper Cohen will follow him down to GLE. Perini rolls over the top, pass up top, open, back to the outside, shot over the goal. Backed up again by Bishop Moore. And bringing it back in for the restart will be Dylan Hanley. Ball now is back with Luca Perini with a short stick. He gets over the top on Cooper Cohen, cranks a shot, great save by Justin Cole. And Cole will bring it up again. Walking it up the field, they're not going to play him. Right up the middle of the field, Julian Warden's there, pass on a dime. Warden will move down the alley now for Holy Trinity. And I've said in the past, it's one of arguably Cole's best attributes is his clearing ability. He gets one on a wire there up ahead to Warden. Howkins will have the ball up top as they sub Werder into the game. Howkins pass to the outside to Turner. Turner back to Warden, or to Howkins rather. And that pass just baited, taken, fast break now for Bishop Moore. Pass out in front, it's there, nobody's sliding, shot goes wide. And that is a lucky break for Holy Trinity, as again, nobody slides there on Colin Kenefick. And luckily, he sings the shot high. Backed up by Bishop Moore. Cut right through, right in front was there. Ball goes to the ground, kicked out, picked up by Parker for Bishop Moore.
Holy Trinity's got to compose themselves on defense and play their zone. They're starting to get very undisciplined.
They're very far out this time. Hanley cranks through, goes high. Cole is there. Backed up by Holy Trinity by Justin Cole. And it'll be Tigers' ball. They get the break there, as things were all out of whack defensively for Holy Trinity, but they escape without any goals going up on the board. I think their luckiest break was when that ground ball right in front of the goal went back to Bishop Moore, and luckily nothing bad came of it. That's a rainbow shot there down the field to Combs. Not usual. Picked up by Turner. I don't think that's the pass that Cole was trying to make. Ball
like
up
one
top
of
to
our
Warden. Warden rolls over the top with a short stick. 1 minute to go in the second quarter. Julian Warden guarded outside by Mikey Scalzo. Now he'll move it to Andrew Turner. Turner to Werder. Werder has a short stick. They're going to clear out an ISO, or look to. Instead, they'll pass to Warden. Warden will go back to Werder. Back and forth. They try and bait him. Back over to Warden. Warden looking down the alley. The double team comes. Somebody's got to be open. Now Warden with a long pole.
Oh, could have been a ward there.
Back with the right, Warden, 25 seconds to go, back behind Boyukas. Backside, Turner was open, but he's going to roll back behind. Taking some checks, Turner gets a pass out, shot, wide left by Combs. He wanted that one, and it's backed up by the keeper, Austin Gonzalez. 13 seconds to go in the half. Bishop Moore's going to need a quick clear with any shot at a goal. Still time. They'll get it up the field, up ahead now to Hayes. Do it up ahead is Mikey Scalzo, and Bishop Moore did have one timeout, and they'll use it with 6.5 seconds to go in the first half. And it'll be Bishop Moore's ball coming out of the timeout as they'll look for the last shot to cut this one back to 2 if they can have it. Holy Trinity cannot let up a goal here, no matter what.
And these are big momentum swingers here at the end of the half. They give up a goal at the end of the first quarter. They've got to stay disciplined. I mean, there's only a few seconds, but they've been jumping out and pressuring, behind the net, 30 yards out. Bishop Moore, it's very hard to score in those positions. You got to stay. If you junk up in front of the goal, it's very hard to score because even if you shoot, there's bodies everywhere. Yeah. So they just need to remember the game plan they had for the first 18 minutes of the game.
Yeah, it definitely looks like Holy Trinity stepping a little bit out of the game plan they had. And, it looks great. You get the stop and transition and the play right in front of the goal, but I think a lot of that was just errant shots there because, there were 2 open shots right in front of Cole that both sailed over the goal without, much worry of Holy Trinity. So I think they get away with some there, but you can't overplay at this point in the game. That's something I said out of the gates, and Holy Trinity was doing a great job. They held Bishop Moore to 1 goal in the first quarter doing that. And they've only let up 1 more in the second quarter, but you can see the opportunities start to materialize. And it's only a matter of time until the dominoes start falling for Bishop Moore if Holy Trinity isn't careful.
I talked about Holy Trinity needing to take advantage of opportunities, but the same goes for Bishop Moore. Because they have had a lot of opportunities. Holy Trinity's actually done a better job at that. They've got in front of the goal and shot the ball low. Almost. They must have watched tape on shooting the ball low against this goalie because every single one of their goals, they're dunking right under him. So Bishop Moore has had a ton of opportunities and haven't been able to take advantage of them, but that probably will change, like you're saying.
Coming out of the timeout, it'll come up from the 40-yard line. That'll be Luca Perini. We'll bring it in. 6 seconds for Bishop Moore. Perini will run it straight in. Back with the right hand. Looking for a feed down low. Pass high. And that one isn't going to connect. And that'll run out the half as a turnover to end the half for Bishop Moore. And with that, the 6-seeded Holy Trinity Tigers lead the 3-seed Bishop Moore Hornets to the break here at Kelly Field, 5-2. As the Tigers will look to hold on in the second half, we'll have a break here at halftime. And we'll be back in about 10 minutes for the start of the second half of tonight's regional playoff game between Bishop Moore and Holy Trinity. Welcome back, everybody, here at a halftime for the first game of the boys lacrosse state tournament here at Holy Trinity, as the Tigers lead Bishop Moore 5-2 into the half. And this is a team, you talk about their senior leadership, and we talked about it with Coach Moore last week. They've won 4 district championships in 4 years, won a few state playoff games, and this team, anchored by these seniors, and probably the most successful group of seniors in Holy Trinity lacrosse history. You see them on their screen, call them the Super 7 seniors. And right now, Holy Trinity doing what they need to do to lead this one 5-2 in the half, but they got away with some things late in the half. They're going to have to tighten up again on defense. Offensively, not much complaints. I think Holy Trinity's done a great job offensively, and we'll see if they can stay tight defensively to hold Bishop Moore low on the scoreboard. It's a 3-goal lead as it stands for Holy Trinity as we head to face-off to start the second half. Neither team has dominated on the face-off, and we'll see who can get it here. Ball popped ahead by Holy Trinity. Loose ball still to be determined. Kicked back behind. Still free. Ball still out. Good hit there by Dylan Jensen. The refs letting them play here. And Andrew Turner gets ahead. And there's going to be a trip on Bishop Moore. And that's going to put Holy Trinity man up for the second time in this game. And last time they did score, Nate Combs got the goal, and now 21 seconds into the second half, a trip will be called on Bishop Moore.
Look. I like them not calling anything, but when no one had possession. But as soon as the team gets possession, you kind of have to.
No, yeah. And along with that, and this is something that if you're newer to lacrosse, you don't know the ins and outs, but something this county at least calls a lot more of those loose ball pushes. The rule technically is if a player is actively going for a ball, or I think the technical rule, is if they're within 5 yards of the ball, plays like that are legal. You'll see it a lot of times called a loose ball push because they call it a defenseless player, but if they are actively going for the ball, plays like that are legal. You saw it by both sides. They didn't call for either, and that's good officiating. Then the trip comes through, which was clear as Turner got through. Low shot by Howkins, deflected and backed up by Holy Trinity. So an explanation there, and all in all, a good call by the officiating crew.
Look, I have liked the officials tonight. I think they've done a good job being consistent. I think, they're letting the guys play. This is playoff lacrosse. You hear about it all the time in playoff hockey. You kind of bury the whistles a bit. I like that here.
Ball down. Dylan Jensen lays a hit. And that time they call the push, even though, that was kind of similar to what we saw before. That time they do blow it. So Bishop Moore still man down. They backed up the shot, got the ball back here. They're still man down. Flying down on offense goes Bishop Moore. Nate Calvert brought it up. And Bishop Moore still trying to clear this penalty. Dylan Hanley rolls over the top. HT's got to press them defensively here. They are man up defensively. This is when you can play them far outside because you have the advantage. Kakris with the ball. He'll move it back up top. The penalty is cleared this time by Bishop Moore, and they already have the ball on offense, so a win all around for Bishop Moore that time while they were man down. Ryan Parker with it. He'll walk it down the alley. He'll be followed there by Cooper Cohen. Cohen, one of 2 short sticks out there for Holy Trinity. Him and Damian Henderson. As the dodge gets through, rolling over the top. Parker bounce shot outside of the goal, taken by Cole as the little bounce was a good look there. Didn't happen. Cole sends one high down the middle of the field and trying to get it ahead to Turner. Can't get through with Turner. Ball goes out. Backed up by taken now by Bishop Moore, and starting to see some uncharacteristic clears here by Cole as they start to put some pressure on him, sending him down the field.
I want to say, typically, Justin Cole, that's one of his strong suits.
That is arguably his strongest suit.
Is the ability to get it to his teammates and set up that offense.
Good ride here by Holy Trinity for the time being. Cooper Cohen guarding as Kennefic gets ahead. And Kennefic gets through. Back behind they go to Teddy Kakris. Pass to the outside now, and now you're seeing, well, as I was going to say, they're creeping a little bit farther out. Holy Trinity getting closer, tighter in on defense now once again. They'll play it back behind, and now you're starting to see Holy Trinity play defense like they did in the first quarter, which they played the zone. Back up top, good shot, and deflected by the long poles for Holy Trinity. Cooper Cohen fighting back there with it. Ball comes up, taken by Sawyer Jacobs. The short stick, he's triple team. He's going to lose his stick. He goes to the ground, picked up by.
Yep.
And that's going to be a high check and a flag on Dylan Jensen. A little bit of extracurriculars. And no flags after the fact on the play by Dylan Jensen. That's going to be a cross check. And he'll go in the box. First time man up by Bishop Moore. And Bishop Moore, you're lucky you don't get a retaliation. You thank your teammates there for keeping you held back, because that could have been bad for Bishop Moore. But long story short, now it's only going to be man up for the Hornets with 9 minutes to go in the third, and an opportunity for them to get the first goal of the second half on the board for either team. And now man up goes Bishop Moore. Ball drop, picked up by Parker. Parker to the outside to Mikey Scalzo. Now down low, they'll play it. McNabb's going to play the ball here. As Holy Trinity looks like they're playing one man on ball, and the other four kind of play a zone in a box behind. That pass dropped again by Parker. It'll stay in bounds. Ryan Parker will go out to chase it. Again, Bishop Moore is man up here. Good defense by Holy Trinity. They ran the wheel there, and it was open on the back doorstep by Smith, but Cole can't bring it up. And it's going to be Bishop Moore ball behind. They're still man up. Holy Trinity nearly got a turnover there, but couldn't complete it. Kakris with the ball behind. He'll pop out, pass up top to Parker. Parker feeds to the outside. Parker holds up top. Now, once again, they'll roll it behind. We'll see if they run the wheel again as Smith. Get the pass over the top, back outside. They run the wheel again. It was open, but the ball was dropped as they go all even right on the doorstep. Somehow not in the crease. Ball picked up right on the crease. Diving shot inside post. No goal. He goes down again. Flags come in. Backed up by Bishop Moore. And a lot to unpack there, as you're going to get a penalty on Holy Trinity. And that's one you'll take, because he had to save the goal there by Cole McNabb as the other penalty was cleared. So Holy Trinity did clear one, but there's still one man down now as Cole McNabb heads to the box.
I don't know how they were right in front of the goal before the penalty happened. He never got a shot off. It glitched. You got to get that shot off. You're right there.
Then the shot hit the inside post, which, as long as it doesn't catch any of the net, no goal, and it stayed out. And again, shot after shot, opportunity after opportunity. Bishop Moore has not been able to bury him on the doorstep tonight. And Holy Trinity, you got to take the lucky breaks they get, but they can't keep giving them up. With McNabb, their most experienced pole in the box, Bishop Moore will stay man up. Demeter up top. Pass to the outside is Dylan Hanley. Hanley pass back across to Scalzo. Scalzo moved back down to Kakris. Step down shot. Goes wide there by Parker as he had some space to operate.
They did get good late pressure on it, though. I think he stick checked him, so that's what we got to do in the zone. Let him start to shoot it out there and check the stick.
You see Holy Trinity starting to play more physical defensively here in this one. Ball will be played from behind now with Luca Perini. They go all even again, so Holy Trinity clears back-to-back penalties. That's crucial at this point in the game. Parker looking to step down. He'll pass it to the outside to Scalzo. Scalzo down the alley. He's outside the box right now. Howkins will stay in the box. Smart defense. Howkins will start to creep out now, and this is what Scalzo wants. Howkins will run with him. Scalzo gets over the top with the left, takes a shot, top left corner goal. Bishop Moore.
I just don't understand why pressure him out there like that. Just stay back in the zone and let him. He has nowhere to run if you stay back.
Mikey Scalzo with his first goal of the game, and I've said that. It sounds like a broken record, but Holy Trinity's got to stop playing them that far out. And I've said that about long poles. That was a short stick in Michael Howkins. That can't happen. You're going to get beat every time. There's not much you can do. We got a dead ball foul. It's on Bishop Moore. It'll be Holy Trinity possession. I think it was on the celebration there, as my guess. Something was said, or I saw a stick get thrown. One way or another.
That's for sure. Holy Trinity or Bishop Moore's fans are very frustrated. I'm sure the players are frustrated too. So Holy Trinity's got to try to take advantage of that, try to score a goal. And
so no face-off. Holy Trinity will go straight on man up, but the goal there by Scalzo Gets the first goal of the second half for either team. We haven't seen a lot of offense yet for Holy Trinity. We've seen a lot of man down, which they did great on clearing, but then the goal by Scalzo as he goes straight through, and Scalzo will be the one to head to the, or no, that's number 8, sorry, Dylan Hanley, that will go to the box for Bishop Moore on a dead ball foul. Or nope, he'll go back to the field. Nobody's in the box
Nobody's in the
right
box.
now.
They got 6 back, and 3 on the other side.
Howkins pass to the outside. It is Warder back up top again. He'll pass it to the outside. So we're still all even. There's no face-off. Yeah, 6-on-6.
Yeah, they just awarded him possession, which is still, nice for Holy Trinity. They got to take advantage of it, though.
Absolutely. Combs back up top to Warder. Warder passes it outside to Julian Warden. Our third quarter sponsor, I'd like to thank Big Wave Lacrosse. We'll tell you more about them at our first break in the action. High pass, Combs dropped it, picks it back up. He's going to get pressured back out by Hayes Dewitt. Combs wants to dodge on him way outside of the box. Combs clearing over the top, trying to use his speed. He gets past Dewitt. Dewitt using his body there, pass way back behind to Boyukis.
Moving pick, they got him.
And a moving screen there by Combs. And a turnover for Holy Trinity. Bishop Moore ball yet again. Pass right up the middle of the field. They find Nate Calvert. Ball up ahead. Flag comes in very late there.
Oh, right in front of us.
I saw it, but yeah, that's interesting because that flag was not thrown to the player, stayed on the ground.